Best QBR and passer rating in the league.
And
I
five losses.
okay. What? Okay, Burrow has eight. What is your argument here?
I do agree with
What
it.
is what is your
I'm
argument?
just so sick of Lamar Jackson talk, man. He's never gonna win anything in the NFL.
What's up, guys? Episode 11 here. Beanie Boys. Hope you guys aren't still hungover from the new year. We probably were. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good time with their families and stuff like that out at the bar, whatever you were doing. Mac, we didn't get to your bourbon because you were drinking Pepsi last time. Are you opening up a bourbon for this episode or no?
I've been hitting Evan Williams single barrel all week.
All week. And you were in Nashville, so was that what you were sipping on in Nashville, buddy?
Yup.
Yeah, we love it.
You had to have an expensive weekend, kid.
Yeah. Well, when you make you money.
Yeah, we'll get the bleep on that one. But
Mac, was it just on the rocks or what?
Straight.
wow, neat is
Hey,
that we like to say, right, Mac? Neat.
You guys think he still got Jody's credit card in his betting app?
No, Mackey's big baller in the trucking industry.
Yeah.
Shout out his coworker for telling on him. You're a
Nerd.
yeah.
Yeah. Nerd. Grade A nerd.
We're opening up the session with the NFL today. And I'm pumped. You know, I did a little Joe Shiesty, a little sprinkle action at plus 10,000 in early September for him to win the MVP. And gentlemen, if the Bengals make the playoffs, can you give a guy with over 50 total touchdowns potentially not the MVP trophy? What do we think?
This
You
is
have
tough.
to. I think if they make the playoffs, you have to. And also the scenarios are out. I mean, the Colts lost, so that's good for the Bengals.
Yeah, and they just need a Dolphins
They need
loss.
to win. They need a Dolphins loss, and they need a Broncos loss.
Correct.
And the Bengals are in the playoffs. And if that happens, I think it is impossible to not give him the MVP. But then again, Josh Allen had another huge performance. I mean, it's going to be tough because Josh Allen, they lost everybody and they got better. And I mean, dude, they killed, and I mean killed, the Jets today. I mean, that game was horrible, and that's who Miami plays next week. So we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see how this schedule flex out. I hope that we know what the Bengals need. Hopefully, they're like the Sunday night game, and it's a winning in a football game because
That'd be awesome.
it'd be better for the NFL if Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes are all in that AFC playoffs.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, whatever. If you want to throw him in there, they call him elite. He's not. He's
Yeah.
like Aaron Rodgers. He's the greatest regular season quarterback ever. But anyway,
Yeah.
yes.
DP, are the Bengals getting in?
You know, we talked about this, when we were driving back home from the casino a couple nights ago, about the playoff hopes for the Bengals. And, the Steelers are still jockeying for a position. Shout out Justin, sorry, but they'd rather play the Texans than, having to go play the Ravens again.
Stroud's out there throwing the ghosts.
He's seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
So, the Steelers still jockeying for position, they're going to play. And, the Chiefs, Mahomes will probably be out. Kelsey will probably be out. Pacheco's probably out. Maybe Kareem Hunt. Like, offensively, they're going to, hand the keys to Carson Wentz. He can do it. He obviously was
Super Bowl winner.
an MVP candidate, before he blew up his leg. But they play the Broncos, who are also vying for a spot, and they have the upper hand here.
Man.
Yeah. And so I think, Sean Payton's going to get those guys ready for a winning in. I'm excited to see how it's all going to shake out. I'm going to say no. Strictly based on Steelers are going to want to play and the Broncos are going to play. But on your MVP consideration, obviously I want Josh Allen to win the MVP. The only thing with Burrow, the 50 total touchdowns is going to be crazy, elite. It's almost like his college season all over again.
Yeah, because I think he has 43 passing right now, and I think 3 rushing. And if they win a game against Pittsburgh, he's going to have to throw for 4 touchdowns, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
My thing is, though, the award is most valuable player. it shouldn't matter your team's record, really, to me. I mean, the guy's thrown for 50 touchdowns. Nobody's even close to that. Like what he's doing is absolutely unheard of, especially with the touchdown to interception ratio. So to me, I mean, even if they go 9-8, they had a winning season. Give the guy the MVP. If you throw for 50 touchdowns in a year and you're not the MVP, what else can you do to win it?
I
I mean,
agree.
I mean that's how I feel about it. He's obviously the best quarterback in the league this season, but I do agree with DP that I think Josh Allen, all in all, will win the award simply because the Bengals don't have a defense. But
And
that's not Joe Burrow's fault.
no, it's not. And that's the only thing that I think has him in this MVP consideration is that their team sucks so bad defensively. He's forced to throw the ball 50 times a game. Like he's going to have the numbers. I mean, they're running air raid in the NFL because their defense is, absolutely horrendous. So,
Yeah.
but like you said, that's not, he can't control that.
So, Mackie, give me your full breakdown here, kid. This is a two-parter. Are the Bengals making the playoffs? And if they do, is Burrow the candidate that'll be taking it home?
As of today, I'm going to say, do the Bengals make the playoffs? No. Carson Wentz and the boys don't get it done. Broncos make it by the skin of their teeth. Is Joe Burrow going to win the MVP or does he deserve to? You could make a case he deserves to. I think very much so. He's having a Drew Brees caliber season where his numbers are inflated by a terrible defense. But that shouldn't take away from how good he's played this year. John's not going to like this one, but Lamar Jackson should be your MVP. He's been the best quarterback. He's getting the Jokic treatment, a little bit of voter fatigue. But he's got 4,000 passing yards, 39 touchdowns, 4 picks, 4 rushing touchdowns, 850 rushing yards, best QBR and passer rating in the league.
And 5 losses.
Okay. Okay, Burrow has 8. What is your argument here?
I do agree with it.
What is your
I'm
argument?
just so sick of Lamar Jackson talk, man. He's never going to win anything in the NFL. He is never going to win a Super Bowl. Like, I just don't understand the point of these guys who don't win championships and they win all these MVPs and they think they're greats. Aaron Rodgers won one Super Bowl in 21 years. And he's got, what, 3 MVPs? Oh, but he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what? I actually am so sick of the whole most valuable player bogus, dude. Jokic wins it every year in the NBA. Why don't you just go give it to Lamar? Because he can run like he just runs up and down the field. He's got the best running back in the leagues as running back. Like
That's true.
that is
Saquon Barkley's the best running back in the league currently on this day.
Man.
2,000 yards rushing.
he's
Maybe.
running behind a much better O line than Derrick Henry is.
That ain't his fault.
No, it ain't his fault, but that doesn't mean Derrick Henry's not better than Saquon Barkley.
All right, we're getting off this topic here. We're getting off the topic.
The running back sucks.
We're gonna.
If it were up to John, Mahomes would win every year.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
Yeah.
no, Mahomes would rather win Super Bowls than MVPs.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. While you
Help the ref, buddy.
girls are arguing, I'm gonna break us into a different segment here. Super Bowl predictions. Now you could either give me your 2 teams you see in the Super Bowl, or you can give me your Super Bowl winner. I will be giving my Super Bowl winner.
Why don't we just do both?
Okay, we can do both. You can feed me the Kansas City Chiefs as my dumbass. Give me the Lions to win the Super Bowl this year.
So you got him playing the Chiefs?
Dan Campbell and the boys dismantle the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl this year. I know John wasn't going to like that one too much, but I don't care. DP, what do you think? 1 of my pick and 2 your picks.
Yeah, I don't hate it just as long. I mean, the Lions defense is like an IR room right now. It's damn near an infirmary. So they just need to get as healthy as they can. But I don't hate it. I mean, the Lions are, a dang good football team. So I mean, I don't hate it. They're probably the favorite for most of the year. One of them.
Kid, they're good.
Offensively, yes.
They don't punt, even if it's 4th and 12.
Correct. Yeah, because Dan Campbell sometimes is an
Pitch
idiot.
pass to their tight end. Tight end throws their left tackle. Probably a touchdown, 4th and 12 on their own 20-yard line. I mean,
But DP, what do you think? Who's your Super Bowl prediction here?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Lions will be playing in the Super Bowl, but nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. I think the MVP of the league is gonna take it home this year, and it's gonna look like the game in week 11 or 12, whatever it was. This is gonna be one of the most high-scoring Super Bowls of all time.
Wow, hot take from DP, and I'm for it.
because both teams can't play defense.
Now, what do you think, Warriors?
You're not going to like it. You're not going
We
to like
know. We know.
Probably gonna say like Chiefs, Vikings.
No, he's saying Chiefs Packers.
Not the Chiefs. I got a sneaky team with a very good defense, with a very good quarterback, and a brand new head football coach. Give me the Chargers to play the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, and ultimately Saquon and the boys, Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni. I think the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I think they've looked like the clearly best team in the NFL, especially as of late.
Mackie, Johnny's been hanging out with Snoop Dogg or what? I mean, holy crap, is that horrible?
I don't hate it.
I really don't think it's the worst pick in the world. Herbert's been playing great football, man.
Come
Herbert's
on,
been
Matt.
Herbert's been the most underrated quarterback in the league this year. His numbers aren't going to show it, but he's playing some damn good football. Harbaugh can actually coach, unlike Brandon Staley, and they do have a top 3 defense. So, Road Warriors in the playoffs, I can see it.
I like it. You know, and they're especially some of the guys on defense are on IR. They're going to be getting some guys back too.
No, yeah, Matt and John, I'm just busting your balls. We've been on high on that Chargers team all year. Like you said, Harbaugh wins. You should know that first-handedly, but yes, he's doing it in the NFL as well. So, I mean, John, I like that. I mean, that might be worth a sprinkle. That's probably crazy
It
odd.
probably is.
I think they get there, but I think the Eagles are just too good this year. I really just think they're too good. They scored 40 points today with Kenny Pickett and McGee at quarterback.
McKee looked good.
He did.
He looked way better than Pickett. That's for sure.
This Jalen Hurts this Eagles team. I think they might get there easily, and the NFC is always a little weak, but I think they might
But
get
not
there.
not this year, kid.
Yes,
Not
and
with
no.
the 3 North teams in it.
yeah.
No way. No way.
It
Like a
depends.
triple-headed dragon. Shout out Huffine.
I just think that, in a game, if we see the Lions versus the Eagles, I mean, that game's going to get over as fast as possible because the Eagles are just going to strictly just run the football. And then Dan Campbell is going to be like, oh, you're testing my strength. We're going to run it 90 times too. But Ben Johnson will be like, no. So, I mean, that game will be very enticing if that game comes to fruition.
The only reason I don't think the Lions win the Super Bowl is because you have to have a defense to win a championship. And unless they outscore everybody, and you know what, but the Chiefs got a defense, the Chargers got a defense, the Ravens got a defense, the Eagles have subpar of a defense. Mackie, what's your Super Bowl pick, kid?
So, John, you're going to hate this one as well, but I don't have the stones to take the Chargers, even though I do think they have a shot. Eagles will make the Super Bowl as well. I do think they're the best team, better defense than the Lions, similar offense, but I think they can control the clock a little better now, especially that Montgomery's done for the year. AFC side, you can give me the Baltimore Ravens to actually make the Super Bowl this year. Nobody's talking about him. Everybody says, well, Lamar will never win. He's a choker, this and that. Nobody's talking about him.
That is true, though, John. Nobody is talking about them.
How often do we see this? Nobody talks about a team and they come out of nowhere.
He had home field advantage and a golden ticket last year and didn't even make it there.
Yeah. Guess what, John? Post-hype sleeper.
Yeah.
Very common. It's very common.
Patrick Mahomes is his father.
Yeah. Eagles Ravens is my Super Bowl, and I will take the Ravens 27-24.
Wow. Hey, it's like kind of crazy like this year that there isn't like one team where like we're all definitive on like winning it. Like for like the past 5, we've all like thought it was Chiefs.
The AFC is wide open.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like this is cool because it's like the first year where it's genuinely just like not like Mahomes, but
they're still 15-1.
No, I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying like at the end of the day, I mean the Chiefs offense they tend to struggle, but like you said, they got a good defense. But I mean, you can only hold a beast for so long,
Luck will run out eventually on the Chiefs this year,
if
and
they
that's
lose,
not a
they
knock on
lose.
them.
But
that's not a knock on them.
We're not betting against them, though.
No, never.
We're not doing that.
Never. But something that happened today, today. Looking forward into Monday Night Football. The Vikings getting it done against the Packers. That means that we have a game in Week 18 that is going to matter. And we will be all over the props in that game because they're fighting for a division, the best division in football. It's either the 1 or you get bumped to the 5. Where would you rather be, DP? Probably the 1, right, buddy?
Who would be the 4 in the NFC? Baker?
Baker.
No,
Baker or
no,
Atlanta.
that's AFC, right? No,
No.
No,
NFC.
Baker, Atlanta or Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you were right. It's Atlanta or
Baker,
Tampa Bay.
Baker, the touchdown maker, baby.
Wow. It's a new one on the call from
that's an
Mac.
electric call right there.
That is.
I would say it's
You want the
not-
buy.
You obviously want to buy, but it's not a lose situation.
No, all right. Well, you want the buy, John.
I mean,
give your guys an extra week of rest. Right?
Obviously, Baker, I wouldn't want to play Baker
No.
either, but you're playing a subpar Tampa Bay team that really doesn't have defense. And they struggle defensively, and you're going to load one of those offenses going into a warm environment in Tampa Bay. So,
Mac, you want the 1 or the 5, kid?
You take the 1. I understand that you want the bye, and it's a dangerous game getting a week off when someone plays a playoff game in front of you. But you don't want to be going on the road to play a very capable team in the first round. You just don't.
Either way, there's a chance we see this matchup again in the second round.
Yeah.
Because the winner of the 4 or 5 game would go 2-1.
Right.
So
exactly. So give your guys another rest. But I'm fired up for this game, though. Vikings Lions next week. As long as the Lions get it done against the Niners on Monday Night Football, then that game matters. If the Vikings go out and beat the Lions, then what do you say, Mike?
Regardless, it matters. With the Vikings win today, it's guaranteed to be for the number 1 seed next week.
Exactly, which is huge, which is awesome, honestly, because, it's rare we get to see meaningful football this late in the year. You know what I mean? So
that game will have to be Sunday night.
Yeah,
right?
they'll flex it. I don't think they've came out with the schedule yet, but they'll definitely flex that to Sunday Night Football.
You actually know what I hope happens, truly?
What?
For somehow, some way, Jabu starts for Cleveland, and he goes and beats the Ravens, and the Steelers win the division. I think that'd be hilarious.
This Dorian Thompson Robinson stuff's got to stop.
Horrible, Mac. DTR is horrible.
No, could they make it any more obvious that they have no intentions of winning? That guy wouldn't start for the Couts Mustangs.
I don't even have a football team.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So you're 100%.
Yeah, so you're 100% correct.
To answer your question, Zach, you'd rather have the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And the Vikings are going to win that game.
Wow. I could be totally on board with that, but we do need to get in some more hoops, kid. So we're going to throw it to your sec. What?
By the way, Mike Evans will get his 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw that in the script to jinx it because I love Mike Evans, but yeah, you're totally right. So we're going to keep it at that. I don't want to jinx him.
Shout out that Malik Neighbors better. He hit today.
Yes.
Yeah.
29
awesome.
grand.
Yeah. But John, we're going to your segment, so lead us off.
Yeah, little NBA here, boys. These
Mackey's thrilled.
These Christmas Day games, they were pretty good.
They were.
It was a lot of good basketball. The Spurs blew that lead against the Knicks. I was on the Spurs. I was all over them. Timberwolves upset the Mavericks. And then, like I said, the Sixers upset the Celtics.
You did say that.
Then the Lakers upset the Warriors. All the underdogs won besides the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Yeah, so to go off what you're saying, John, I only tuned in for the 2 games I actually said I'd probably tune in, which was the 11 o'clock and the 8 o'clock. I watched pretty much that whole Knicks game after opening up some presents. That game was awesome. I had a little parlay going. I picked 5 superstars to get their point total in the first quarter. And go figure what misses, John. The guy that was a Warrior and now a Maverick. I took him to get 5 points in the quarter. Kid takes 5 shots, none go in.
Captain Clay sucks.
Captain Clay sucks. But yeah, John, like you were saying, hey, you were totally right, man. These were great matchups on Christmas. And I watched every single minute of that Warriors-LeBron matchup, and it was a little bit of a tearjerker because, this could be the last time they match up against each other. And, wow, was it an awesome game coming down to a buzzer beater by Austin Reeves. But, yeah, I've hated LeBron for probably all 23 years of my life, and I have a little soft spot for him right now, what he's doing. I also had some props on Disney. You suck. FanDuel, you also suck for not voiding that. Only thing in my parlay that missed. But, yeah, DP, did you pay any attention to these games on Christmas?
Yeah. I went somewhere on Christmas. They didn't have Netflix, so we were just watching hoops all day, which was great. It was awesome. I finally got to sit down and watch most of the NBA, something that I really don't do all the time. And, these games were awesome. They were all close. The Mavericks probably win the game if Luka doesn't get hurt. Probably he's the only one that screwed up my parlay. Needed 4 threes, has 3 in the first quarter, gets hurt. Good shit there. I love that the Celtics lost. I know that we picked them, or I picked them. You took the Sixers, which was a great pick. I'm glad that they lost. I wish the Warriors would have won. I agree. Anthony Glass, go home, never come back to the NBA, go to a rehab center, just stop playing hoops. And I didn't catch the night game, but watching these on Christmas Day, finally for the first time in a couple of years, I thought it was great. I mean, to be honest, like the most memorable Christmas moment that I really have watching the NBA was D Rose hitting the buzzer beater versus the Lakers. That was really the only time that I kind of sat down and watched an NBA game like that on Christmas Day. But it was electric.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
So just one thing I want to touch on real quick. Before we get to Mackey's segment here. Life after Curry and Bron in the NBA. You know, I saw a thing that this was that game on Christmas Day was the most watched NBA game in 5 years. So just a quick question for you guys. I want to name, who do you think will be the next face of the NBA, and just a little breakdown of why you think that.
Yeah, Mac, do you want to lead us off here, kid?
I really am having a tough time saying and finding a name that can be the face. I think the game's in trouble, big trouble. And I almost, it sounds pathetic. I sound like Johnny, which is never a good thing. I almost want to say Cooper Flag.
And I don't necessarily think that's a wrong thing to say. We all know that Mackie loves the NBA though, so he's very motivated about that question that Johnny just threw out. But I think I'm going to give the right pick here again. Go figure. It's my ultimate motive here. I really think it's going to be Victor Wembanyama. We've never seen an alien like him on the court. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He is unbelievable. I think he had like 45, 42?
42. It said 45, but some got voided. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and I mean, this guy is, what is he, 7'7", and he's shooting threes from Curry range. I mean, he's just entertaining to watch, man. He gets like 7 blocks a game. He's all over the floor. So I think that the NBA needs to ride his tail because I honestly think that there's no other player worthy of that is so young and that is so talented because, I mean, this guy averages like 30, 10, 7, and 7. That's insane.
I mean, it's really tough to be like that because I don't really think he has much of a personality yet. I mean, it's a lot of like the NHL and Connor Bedard. He doesn't have a team around him and he doesn't have much of a personality. And part of that can be because he's 19 years old, super young. But this is a guy that was hyped up to be the face of the NBA. And what he does on the court, he should be. But if he doesn't get a personality, I mean, there's nothing there to market. So if you want me to be honest with you, I'm not going to say Cooper Flag. I'm going to change my answer here. There's one person that has personality. He's just got to go out there and get a ring, and it's game on. It's Anthony Edwards to me.
I knew it. That was my second pick. But I just think Victor Wembanyama, just being younger at 19, I think he has that chance to revamp it. But, Mackie, I like that pick. That was my second one I was choosing between. So you have to answer John's question.
Yeah. A little bit before that, did you see what Kevin Durant said?
Yeah, I did.
Game, which was great. That was great. Him saying that post game about all those guys being able to play on Christmas Day one more time. But yeah, I'm with Mac. Anthony Edwards. I think he's the people's people. I mean, you're not seeing guys who order McDonald's or whatever he was ordering, via post game. I just think he's a player's player. He's a fan that someone I wouldn't say that you can relate to because not all of us have a 50-inch vertical and can do whatever you want on a basketball floor.
Or millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars.
No, no NIL here.
No.
You keep going. Keep going. Go ahead.
I just think that he will, eventually take grab of this thing and it's going to be, over with.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry, John.
One guy for me that stands out.
Here comes something so stupid.
Nope, you're gonna think that until I say it.
All right.
If he can stay out of trouble,
he had his little smirk on.
If he can stay out of trouble, Ja Morant. He's flashy. He's athletic. He's a freak. He's fun to watch play basketball. He just cannot stay out of trouble. I mean, if he can just stop acting like he's acting and he could just play basketball and be as good as he actually is, the Memphis is hot right now. I don't know
They
if you
are. I've
guys
seen
know
that.
that.
Yes.
And Edie's playing good, which pisses me
But
off.
Ja Morant, like he's exciting to watch play basketball. So he's another guy that's kind of like Ant. They're freak athletes. They can dunk on people. It's just, but I'm kind of with Mackie that I asked you guys this question because I don't think there's anybody that can save the NBA, and it kind of sucks. But it's trouble in paradise.
As John Morant says, it's a parade in my city. Shout out,
Inside my city.
shout out Call of Duty.
John, shout out Call of Duty. John, I actually thought you were gonna go with LaMelo Ball.
How do you do?
That would have been a good one too, actually. But Mac, I know we didn't get to throw it to you. Did you get to tune in to any of these games? I know you were probably thrilled watching this on Christmas, but
Actually, I watched every second of the Lakers Warriors game when I got back to Cincy after Christmas, and I enjoyed it. And the NFL games were horrible.
Yeah,
So
horrible.
I got to listen to the entire Sixers Celtics game on the radio too. So I mean, I got to watch a pretty good portion of the Spurs Knicks game as well. I got to watch the first three quarters. Missed all the good action. Wembanyama, talent wise, pound for pound, is spectacular. We'd never seen anything like him before. But yeah, I mean, good Christmas Day in my opinion. Much better than the NFL. I don't care what the ratings said. The NBA was much better to watch.
Yeah, and that's a lot coming from you, kid.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, that's heavily carried by a Curry LeBron matchup.
Correct. But Mac, like we said, second episode, second low-hanging fruit. Let's hear it, buddy. What do you got?
So this is going to get really tricky here with the NFL coming up this weekend. There's a lot of spots you can go. I like to look at teams that are motivated versus teams that are unmotivated. And I'm looking at one spot here. You can give me the Cincinnati Bengals -2 in Pittsburgh, and I do not care. The Steelers are faltering. They couldn't care less. They are going to roll over and die in this game.
I love it. I love that Mackey's all fired up about the Bengals because I'm on it too. Give me Joe Shiesty -2 and the MVP because the Broncos
He
are
is
not beating the
not
Chiefs.
losing this. He is not losing this
He is
game.
not,
Joe Burrow
kid.
is not losing
Joe Burrow
this
is
game.
not. I love the -2. The Bengals, Jamar Chase, Triple Crown. DP, what side are you on, Cincy or Pitt?
It is crazy that Jamar Chase is going to win the Triple Crown and he's not even up for Offensive Player of the Year.
Nuts.
It's nuts. This is going to be a 2012 Russell Wilson performance versus that garbage defense.
Oh, God.
He's going to throw for 350 yards versus this team.
Oh, God.
Look out for Shiesty Pickens. 100 plus, 2 touchdowns. Steelers cover.
Do they win?
You just said they're the Bengals are -2.5, aren't they? Yeah, Steelers money line.
This honestly to me matters when this game's being played because if Denver wins and the Bengals are going to know they won, their season's over. What are they going to have to play for? Nothing in Pittsburgh. The rally tells Pittsburgh's going to the playoffs, even though they've lost 4 straight. So I think if Denver clinches before this game happens, then I think I'm with DP. I think the Steelers beat them.
I actually think
I think the opposite.
Well, I think they're going to put this game in front of that game.
Yeah, that's what I was just
reason.
about to say.
No, here's what I'm thinking. So Saturday, obviously, they have a doubleheader. It's the ESPN doubleheader. They've done it a handful of years. You put the Broncos and the Chiefs first, and then the Steelers at night. Because even if the Broncos win and eliminate the Bengals, the Steelers still have something to play for.
Yeah,
but I could
right.
see it. I could see it the other way around as well.
Yeah, I'd prefer it to be like DP just said first. I would want to have like the Bengals put it in the Chiefs' hands rather than the Bengals ultimately playing for nothing in like a sense.
You want to play first. If
right.
you're the Bengals,
100%.
You
Sit back and
then that
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Because then that puts the pressure on Denver.
Yeah, now Denver actually has.
Yeah, now Denver and that rookie quarterback. I know we've been preaching Bo Nix stud all year, but that's like all the pressure in the world on you. It's no pressure for the Chiefs.
Well, don't forget Miami's also very much in that race too.
Yeah, this is
They have the edge over the Bengals.
I know, but don't talk. I mean, Tyler Huntley. I mean, are we serious?
Well, we don't
Come
know
on,
that Tua's
man.
not playing next week.
He ain't playing, dude.
And they play against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. So if Miami wins, it's same situation for them. Broncos lose. So there's two ways the Bengals get eliminated.
Rodgers is playing spoiler.
No, that's gonna be Tyrod Taylor.
Aaron Rodgers.
It probably
He ain't playing.
two touchdown passes today.
Aaron Rodgers' season's over.
Yeah, he's better than Mahomes.
Can we talk about one thing? Can we talk about one thing before we wrap this
Yeah,
up?
that we gotta go watch Michael Penix play football.
Yes, that. But Garrett Wilson saying he's not playing for the Jets if Aaron Rodgers is there next year. You're getting the chance to play with a Hall of Famer, you idiot. Stop crying.
Yeah,
Want to be Hall of Famer.
Garrett Wilson's soft, just like your coworker. Guys, this wraps us up today. Episode 11, Beanie Boys. This is probably my favorite episode. I enjoyed. Yeah, you guys got anything to add before we send off?
Shout out, Dad. Happy birthday.
Nice, Jared.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
Yep. Mac, anything?
Nope. Happy birthday, Jerry.
There we go. Adios.
Skull.
Wow.
Skull.
Enough.